In the dark alleys of Kerala's criminal history lies a name that still sends chills down the spine: Sukumara Kurup. A man who faked his own death. A man who killed an innocent for money. A man who vanished into thin air. Even after 40 years, he remains untraceable. How did he do it? And why did the system fail to catch him? Stick around. Because this isn't just a murder mystery, this is a true story of cold-blooded planning, greed, and one of India's greatest unsolved manhunts. Born as P.K. Gopalakrishna Kurup in the quiet town of Cherianad in present-day Alappuzha, Sukumara Kurup came from a modest Malayali family. His father, Shivarama Pillai, had no idea his son would become one of India's most wanted men. Kurup joined the Indian Air Force and served as an airman, going by the name Gopalakrishna Pillai. But ambition, or perhaps greed, drove him to leave the forces. He moved to Abu Dhabi and worked with a petroleum company. That's where the real Sukumara Kurup was born. In the Middle East, he lived the dream, money, influence, and freedom. But for Kurup, even that wasn't enough. The 1980s. Kurup hatches a dangerous idea, a life insurance scam. He buys a policy worth 800,000 Indian rupees, about $80,000 back then. But here's the catch. The policy could only be claimed on his death in India. What he needed was a dead body that resembled him, someone whose death could be staged as his own. And then comes Chacko, an unsuspecting film representative from Kerala. He looked just enough like Kurup to become the perfect victim. On the night of January 21st, 1984, Chacko was picked up by Kurup's driver, Panapan. Also in the car, Kurup's brother-in-law, Bhaskara Pillai, and accomplice Shao. Chacko was intoxicated, poisoned, and then strangled to death. His body was burned inside an ambassador car near Tanamukkam Pancha. The intention? Make it look like Kurup died in a fiery car crash. But the plan started to unravel immediately. Something didn't add up. The police noticed inconsistencies. Autopsy reports revealed the victim was murdered before the fire. And then came the big twist. The body wasn't Sukumara Kurup's. It was Chacko's. Kurup vanished before the police could even knock on his door. The others were caught. Bhaskara and Panapan got life sentences. Shah turned approver. But Kurup disappeared forever. The manhunt that followed was one of the largest in India's history. Interpol notices, airport alerts, border patrols. He was almost caught several times. Reports emerged. He was seen in Mumbai under the alias Joshi, spotted in Oman, possibly hiding in Nigeria or even Nepal. Kurup had a 72-hour lead, enough time to escape and possibly get help from political connections. Some believe he had forged documents and underwent plastic surgery abroad. Was Kurup ever found? There were reports in the 1990s of a man with heart problems, matching Kurup's medical history, dying under the name Joshi. Some investigators believe he's long dead, but Chacko's family? They believe otherwise. Even today, they think Kurup is alive, perhaps living quietly in another country. In 2018, Chacko's wife, Santhama, forgave the killers during a church visit. But justice? It still waits. The story of Sukumara Kurup has inspired books, podcasts, and films. In 1984, NH47 gave a fictional take on the murder. In 2016, Adur Gopalakrishnan's Pinium explored identity theft and guilt. But it was in 2021 that Dulquer Salman brought the chilling story to a new generation through the blockbuster Kurup. Fiction met reality and reminded us that truth really can be stranger than fiction. Sukumara Kurup may be dead, or maybe he's just one of the faces in the crowd. But one thing's for sure, his story is a haunting reminder that when ambition turns to greed, lives are destroyed and justice can take a lifetime. Like, share, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, do you think Sukumara Kurup is still alive?